Visible po yung screen ko. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you po. So good afternoon, classmates. Good afternoon po, Doc. So my name is Evan Verba, and I'll be discussing a case study related to the ISO 9001 version 2015, or the International Standard for Organization. So I have particularly chosen po an organization which just recently gained their certification, and pumili po ako ng organization na locally based, so mas maka-relate po tayong lahat. So I have chosen the Department of Education Quezon. So the Department of Education Quezon is located in Pagbilao, Quezon, encompassing of 953 schools, 771 elementary, and 182 secondary schools. 166 out of 182 are offering senior high school program. These schools are distributed in the 4th Congressional District of Quezon. The 953 schools are headed by Dr. Myrthel M. Iverdome, CESO 6, as the school division superintendent. With her are 3 assistant school division superintendent. So serving with them are 57 school district supervisor, 271 elementary school principal, 107 secondary school principal, 45 head teachers, and 310 teacher in charge. So the organization unites 16,000 384 teaching personnel, 1,027 teaching-related personnel, 245 division office personnel, and 763 non-teaching personnel, for a total of 18,419 employees. So the ISO journey started or was initiated in the year 2018. A vigorous and valuable training and seminar was completed to increase the awareness of the risk through the use of PESTEL and SWOT analysis. The department was able to identify 43 risks. From this risk, the topmost are the malfunction of ICT equipment and printers, power outages, delayed provision of legal assistance to school site titling and donation, and delayed transaction reports due to internet failure. Corrective action was immediately implemented. The department was also facilitated internal and external feedback to continuously provide satisfaction to employee and its stakeholders. Moreover, quality manual has also been established to provide standard and assurance that correct process are being followed to exceed the expectation of the stakeholders. So it was just recently that the DepEd Quezon has successfully passed the ISO 9001:2015 surveillance audit by the external auditing party, which is the Certification Partner Global, or CPG. It was September 4, 2020. It all happened under the current leaders. The department upholds the highest standard of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholder needs and expectations by adhering to constitutional mandates, statutory and regulatory requirements, and sustain client satisfaction through the continuous improvement of the quality management system. So to increase work efficiency and stakeholder satisfaction, ISO 9001 is one of the most commonly used quality standards across the world, di ba po? So although the benefit of ISO are innumerable, and the compliance is very necessary po, no, to every organization, if we really want to sustain growth. And however, syempre may mga issues pa rin po tayong ma-identify. Okay? And these are the issues that has been identified po upon talking to few people that had undergone ISO certification. So number one is the management or the leader's commitment. So this is a huge concern because, as we know, in the government sector, leaders and or the management changes very frequently po, no? So the inability to sustain the commitment to the standard that maybe a little bit uncertain once the new leader or management takes over. Syempre, yung pong ano natin of yung standards natin, di ba? It varies. It depends on the perception or the principle of the person who is leading the organization. So, what has been established, yung current administration may be a little bit different po when a new administration takes over. Po. So, another issue that we're looking at is the employees' motivation. So, as we all know, change is always difficult at the start of every policy or lagi may resistance kapag meron po tayong ini-implement na change. And these are caused by the lack of information. According na rin po sa mga interview namin, kasi kaya medyo hesitant yung iba is because, or hindi sila motivated to participate is because they are not fully aware of what, ano yung mga purpose and the benefit for them. So ISO implementation can be extremely difficult and very painful process kapag po nangyari ito, kapag hindi po nagpa-participate or hindi motivated yung mga tao sa organizations. Employee understanding is very critical as thereby success of ISO implementation and continuous process. So here are the alternative courses of action. First po is the leader must understand the effectively communicate the certification's purpose, importance, and benefit towards achieving the organizational goals. So, nagsisimula po kasi lahat doon sa mga taong mag-implement or okay po. Ganito na lang po para kita ko. Okay po, so the first alternative course of action that I have a look into is the leader must understand and effectively communicate the certification's purpose, importance, and benefit towards achieving organizational goals. Kasi sabi ko nga po kanina, lahat po magsisimula dun sa taong mag-i-implement ng gusto niyang change sa organization po. No? And kailangan very clear po na maipahatig natin kung ano yung benefit, what's in it for the leader, what's in it for the people, what's in it for the stakeholders, or what's in it for every individual who's in the organization, ano yung mapapala nila kung magpa-participate po sila dun sa our ISO standardization po. And ano yung long-term benefit para sa organization. Second, the leader should engage everyone throughout the whole process. Nakita ko po kasi doon sa document ng Department of Education na bawat departamento kinunan po nila ng risk, in-identify po nila yung pinakang common na nagiging problema ng organization. At naging maganda po yun kasi na-address po nila yung mga areas for improvement nila. Okay? And napakaganda po na mai-establish natin na it's a cooperative process. Lahat po dapat involved. Okay. Pangatlo po is the leader must made it certain that every ideas and inputs are valued and appreciated. So regardless of the position, regardless of your rank or title, inputs should be valued at para po kasi minsan may mga, di ba, hindi naman po lahat ng let's say, kahit po nasa top management ka, may alam ka na hindi nila alam. Yung mga nasa lower level naman po, may mga alam din sila na hindi nila alam na nasa top management. So, kailangan na value po natin yung bawat inputs, lalo na in the process of ISO standardization po. Number 4, employees must understand their knowledge, participation, and commitment shall go hand in hand to sustain the quality standard that has been set. So, hindi po kailangan maramdaman po ng mga employee that their commitment is very essential para po mai-continue yung mga na-set na standard ng ISO. Kasi it's not enough naman po na pag nakuha na yung certification, sabi nga po ni Ma'am Leia sa report niya kanina, after 3 years, nire-renew po yung certification ng ISO. Hindi po pagkat naibigay na siya, ay sa atin na yon. Kailangan it's a continuous commitment and to sustain that a particular standard na iniano po natin, iset natin at the beginning of the journey. And then number 5, everyone must commit to the continuous improvement of the organization. So yung commitment po talaga, lagi po siyang ini-stress out na kapag kasi po hindi committed, parang mababaliwala lang po yung pinaghirapan. Kaya kailangan, it should be a continuous commitment of every employee or every people who's in the organization. And then, as for my recommendation, the ISO 9001 version 2015 is a collaborative effort among everyone. All must work together and must also be recognized as a contributor towards achieving the goals of the organization. Through enough, this will surely motivate them to reflect on their accomplishments and to constantly improve the way of doing things at work. As Lloyd Dobin said, continual improvement is an ending journey. So therefore, the department shall abide with its vision to continuously improve itself to better serve its stakeholders with the help of the standards that has been set through the ISO 9001 version of 2015. So here are my references po, and thank you po for listening. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for the case study. So as what our presenter mentioned, this will be a present, no? And yeah, this is correct that actually, even we are given an accreditation for ISO, we have an internal auditor. Then actually in our institution, we have a yearly external visit. So it depends upon actually to the ISO standard. Okay. So once again, thank you, and thank you for your case study presentation.